Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. Apologies for last time, it kinda cut off abruptly. I suddenly lost power for a little while there, so that's what happened. Uh, but today we are back with some more Final Fantasy XIV. Left off where we needed to deliver the Iron Snapple to Bogwine. As soon as I exited this area to kind of like have a decent background, I leveled up to 4. So now I could go ahead and pick up the next main scenario quest. But before we do that, I'm gonna complete this quest. Should give me a good chunk of experience. And since we're here, might as well do the hunt log stuff. Those are always pretty nice to do when you want to gain experience through just killing stuff. Just do that. It's easy, it's fast, and even though it might not grant that much experience at first, I think it's still worth it. I can just need one more ladybug. And oh, I am unauthorized to summon my mount. So even though we have a mount, we can't really do much. Honestly, not that surprised. Where's that damn thing gone this time? Eh? Oh, I ain't looking for a chocobo. Though one of the birds is becoming a proper bloody handful. No, it's a snaffle for a brittle that I'm after. Bugger's gone and vanished, see? Our snaffles are made special, see, to fit each chocobo's beak. Like so. Placing even a tiny snaffle like the one in your... Bugger me, is that? Aye, it's the self same one that we lost. Well, why is it so sticky in under these teeth marks? Yep, some lava was chewing on them. Stranger, I don't know what foul beast god you found this in, or what providence delivered you. The hero that slew it. To me, here today, by you my deepest thanks. With this here Snapple, I can finally get back to training that yellow feathered menace of mine. Take this with my thanks. Alright, and now we get our first piece of gear. And it's level 5. Curious, no. I'm curious. I probably won't do it though. Yeah, it's just potions anyway. Not really worth it in my opinion. Alright. Now we just need to head back, pick up the next main scenario quest, and keep moving forward. If I end up needing to do more, I'll just pick up some of the side quests inside of Gridania or in whatever area I'm in and do that real quick. Alright, so we needed to head to, whatchamacallit, the Adventurers Guild headquarters, Carlin Canopy. Alright, what other side quests? Okay, so it's... Okay. Well, next one is gonna be Boots now. Nice. Wind up. Have you visited the Bannock on your wanderings? It is a training ground found just outside the city where the soldiers of the Order of the Twin Adder are drilled in swordplay and other martial matters. I mention this because an acquaintance of mine, a gentleman by the name of Galfred, is an instructor there, and I think you may be of use to him. Go and introduce yourself and find out if there is anything you can do to help. Mind you, do not stray far from the path. Tellswood is no place for merry strolls through the underbush. Alright, now let's venture out. Actually, I think this might be a bit too big, so let's scale it down. I could only scale it down to 60. There we go. Now you just drag it right here. Alright. Moving on. So, I'm not to stray off the path, but if I go that way, certain death awaits me, so I need to go this way. Since that way, the other way is level 12 stuff. And as a level 4, I don't think I'll measure up. There we go. Awesome. After this, I'll most likely head to pick up the Spear of the Fearless quest, because that will definitely grant me more experience. Well, now that I'm level 5, I could do this. Of course, not the best of looks, but it will do. Alright, let's return this to inventory. Greetings, Wind-Up Shirogami. Mion sent word to expect you. My name is Galfred, and I am responsible for training our Twin Adder recruits. I thank you for volunteering your assistance. The 12th Mood is much changed since the calamitous arrival of the 7th Umbral Era 5 years ago. The power of the elementals wanes, and the harmony of the forest gives way to chaos. A great abundance of life has been lost as the strong run rampant, stifling the weak and new sprung. Though it may not appear so to the eyes of an outsider, the Closewood is ailing its once rich variety of fading memory. For the citizens of Gridania, the restoration of the forest is a sacred duty, and it is my hope that adventurers such as you will offer to aid them in their struggle. Listen to their requests and do all that you can. May the elementals bless your endeavors, Wind-Up Shirogami. Alright, let's take that. Of course, we get our first weapon, we get the Bone Harpoon. I see you are eager to lend a hand, Wind-Up. That is well, but I cannot in good conscience send you into the forest until I have established that your equipment is equal to the task. It bears repeating that in the 5 years since the dawn of the 7th Umbral Era, many of the Trollswood's creatures have transformed into vicious, bloodthirsty monsters. Venturing into the forest without the proper gear is tantamount to suicide. I suggest you take some time to evaluate your equipment. Once you deem your armor to be sufficient quality, present yourself to me for inspection. Alright. So I need to equip everything level 5 and above. Which means I need new hands, bottoms, and boots. How will I achieve that? Of course, through side quests. So off we go. So first thing we are gonna pick up is Spear of the Fearless. After we pick that up, I know my chest piece is already level 5. Let's just make sure. Equip your head, body, hands, and legs and feet with gear item level 5 or above. So I need this, 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 and this to be level 5. Oh, bit of a lag there. So let's see what Celestine has to offer. She offers the pants. Hey boy, you seem unoccupied. You know the Bannock, I trust. Fancy taking a bag of basic provisions over there for me? It's not too heavy, mostly filled with dried meats and other bland rations. It's a straightforward job that I'd do with a smile and a spring in my step if I were 10 years younger. Alas, my tastes have matured, evolved, advanced to a higher level, you might even say. Who are you to talk like that? But it's a perfect little task for someone fresh-faced like you. Worry not, you'll receive appropriate compensation upon delivery, which you may keep with my blessings. So basically, she's just too lazy to do anything. Alright. See what Bernadette has to offer. Not much, so we're gonna leave her for now. Oh, I'm going to the wrong area, but might as well check course correspondence first. I do have a bard, so usually that was what I was currently leveling, and I used to come here a lot, so I was just I'm just doing this out of muscle memory, basically. Alright, let's head to the Lancers Guild. Because I got the top, now I have the quest that's gonna give me the bottom. Pretty sure this will give me another piece. See what he has to offer. Just wind shards. Alright, he's gonna give the top, headpiece, gloves, or boots. I got the pants, and I already got the chest piece. So head it shall be. Or, yep, head, head works. Alright. You have returned. I take from your presence that you have gained a measure of familiarity with your weapon. Good. Ready to begin the next phase of your training. You will recall my telling you that it takes no small amount of courage to be a lancer. Now, in general terms, courage is the strength to do something which one finds unnerving. However, a lancer's notion of courage is not so simple. Having first drawn a distinction between courage and recklessness, he then divides the former into two aspects. I would have you learn each with spear in hand. First is composure. When outnumbered in battle, a lancer may lose his composure and succumb to panic. Should this happen, all of his training will swiftly flee his mind and he will struggle to overcome opponents whom he would ordinarily have bested with ease. He will, in short, contribute to his own defeat. If you wish to become a lancer in sooth, you must learn to maintain your composure at all times. Do this, and you'll be able to call upon every ounce of your strength and skill when it matters most. And so, to your first task. The riverbanks of the Central Shroud are home to a vile kin known as Yarzons. Fiercely territorial, the creatures will attack anyone who strays too close, making them the bane of fishfolk. They typically fall upon their prey en masse, barring all avenues of escape before closing in for the kill. What must go through the mind of their victim in that instant? Panic? Despair? Sure to tell me upon your return. Needless to say, I would have you brave such an encounter. Take this sack of decidedly noisome bait and use it to lure the ever-ravenous creatures out of their nest. Maybe that only one curious Yarzon appears, but what if 2 or 3 follow the scent? Let's see how you fare then. Go now, my young Lancer, and learn what it means to fight with composure. Alright, so key items. That is the pants, yep. Just wanted to make sure. Alright, so there's quite a few side quests I see. That one did not give me anything. I'm going to head to the Botanist Guild and then work my way down to see what other side quests I can pick up real quick that will give me the rest of the pieces I need. So I have this covered, I just need the 2 hand and boots. Alright, so first up, and he will not give me anything. I have a feeling I might need to end up doing a few of those side quests in order to get the guild to buy the rest. And nope, not gonna give me what I need. Conjurer's Guild one is definitely worth a look, so I will go there after. And it'll give me potions, not what I need. So I'm gonna check those 2, then into the Conjurer's Guild. Not gonna give me what I need. Not gonna give me what I need. Then the last thing I'll check before heading out. Oh, gonna give me gloves. Awesome. My Uper hands be comfortable around Wildkin, so I have urgent need of your assistance. You see, I was preparing for the forthcoming auguries when I found, to my great embarrassment, that we lack the requisite quantity of scarlet oil. If it is not too much to ask, I would be most grateful if you could resupply us in time for the ceremony. Scarlet oil can be harvested from ladybugs, such as those found near the Bannock. 6 of those wildkin should yield the necessary amount. Bring return to me as soon as you have it. Alright, awesome. So now we got 3 quests. That should do the trick. And after those 3, I will only need to get the feet, which I could probably purchase if I don't find any other side quests that will give me what I need. Awesome. I'll level up. That I believe I have right there. There's a Yarzen that I need. Oh, I see that I need to kill these black F first for my hunting log. Don't need to do it, but at the lower levels it's really nice to do it. It will grant you a decent amount of experience for doing it. Oh, I always forget. There we go. Alright, let me check on something. Was it character or system configuration? I think it was here. UI settings. Alright, that can help. Let's do fixed. Apply. Yep. Now it's in a better place. Oh, let me help you, fellow Lancer. Alright, there we go. Now we have to report to Yawn. To Wayne. However you pronounce that. But before we do that, two things need to be done. Let's turn in this. A delivery, yeah? You're certain you weren't followed? Yes, this is what I requested. Strange. I was expecting someone with rather more experience. I usually balk at such outrageous payments prior to the delivery. Honestly, I'm amazed you made it this far. These woods are teeming with anoles and other nasties, ready to make a quick meal of the unprepared. I commend you for your bravery and thank you for your trouble. Here, take the remainder of the fee. I should be very happy to employ you again. Wait, did you see that? Looks like an anole. Quick, go before you bring it here and get us all killed. Wow. Scared of tiny little raptor. Alright, so that's gonna yield meals. That is not gonna yield anything. Well, might as well. Here are the boots, here are the pants. I'm gonna go get the headpiece. Okay, then I should have everything I need. going, of course, to keep the Lionheart stuff. Leonheart. As that is very good glamour. Do not remember where I got the boots from, but I am not questioning it. Maybe both of them were kinda... Oh, so probably both of them were part of the reward for the quest. If that's the case, that's awesome. It would be better if it didn't lag that much, right? Yeah. Alright, we need to go to the Conjurer's Guild first. Why do I look like I'm struggling to run? Ah, we are back. Have you procured the scarlet oil as I requested? There you go. Yes, everything appears to be in order. The ceremony may proceed as planned. I am grateful. So the elementals were serving you to us. Pray accept a small token of our appreciation. Alright, so it's the Disciple War. What I need. This should be the last piece. Turn to inventory. I do not have any of the Leonhardt stuff anymore. The circlet I will leave on for now. Once I have the gear to do passing muster, once I start it up, I'll have to take off the circlet for a bit, but once I'm done with it, I'll probably just put the friendship circlet back on for that extra bit of experience. Because it's good till level 25. And I plan on using it, of course. Welcome back, Wind Up, and well done. I trust you now understand that in times of direst need, no amount of strength or skill with a spear will avail the Lancer who lacks composure. You are now ready to learn the second aspect of a Lancer's courage, resolve. When faced with a terrible foe, a Lancer may succumb to fear and self-doubt. Should this happen, he will become defensive, and in seeking to cover his weakness, surrender his greatest strength, namely his capacity to attack. A Lancer who fears to attack is not but a man holding a pole. His spear may as well be a broomstick for all the good it would do to him. It is not and will never be a shield. That you may learn the truth of my words firsthand, I bid you go to the Central Shroud, to an area adjoining the abandoned dungeon known as Spirit Hold. Since the calamity, that neck of the Twelvewood has become a veritable menagerie of fearsome fauna. There you'll find 3 collapsed pillars, which have become a haunt for fell creatures. You are to put them down. What manner of fiends can you expect to encounter? To reveal that would be to defeat the purpose of the lesson, my young Lancer. I will say only this. If you face these foes with a Lancer's resolve, you will surely emerge the victor. Once you have completed the trial, pray report to Jillian in the entrance hall. She has grasped the 2 aspects of courage, albeit with some trouble, though I doubt you will encounter similar difficulties. Mr. Glass furnished her with certain insight, which I think you would benefit from hearing. A Lancer learns best when he is doing. Aye, but the wisdom of his seniors is not entirely without worth. Go now, Wind Up, and do as I bid you. Alright, so now interacting with this stuff. To the Central Shroud we go. And we head to Spirit Hold. which is still along the path itself, which works pretty fine for me. Of course, that is all the level 1 stuff. I will most likely vendor it if I can. The reason is I can always later on buy that type of gear. In Gridania, there is a vendor that sells the various races gears. Your Midland, your Highlander, Mikote, all of that. So even if you do end up losing it, you could always get it from there. Alright, looks like no other hunt marks. Not hunt marks. What was it called? Hunting log. Well, technically hunt marks. Alright. Alright. Report back to Jillian at the Lancers Guild. Let me take a quick shortcut. Quite the run. Alright, now that we are back, off to the Lancers Guild we go. Straight there. I have been expecting you, Wind Up. By your return, I trust you now understand the importance of resolve. Like one's flesh, courage can be made strong. It is a matter of training each of its aspects. Now, the endeavor you may pr- the endeavor may prove difficult in the beginning. God knows how much I struggled. You may suffer untold humiliation and more frustration than you can bear, but you must persevere. Whenever you engage an opponent, whether in training or in earnest, make a conscious effort to fight with composure and resolve. Over time, doing so will become second nature, that you will acquire such courage as you never thought could be yours. Mind you, not all battles entail a physical clash of might, simply be a disagreement born of a conflict in ideology. Take po- the point is, matters not what battlefield you stand upon, so long as you take care to be composed and resolute, your courage will grow. And why do people keep popping out of the screen like that? Does that make any sense? Even a little. I fear I cannot hold a candle to Guildmaster Ewayne, but if there is aught I can do to assist in your training... What? What was that? Something is afoot in the training area. Enter Ego Incarnate. I have done this before, yes. And you call yourselves Lancers? Pathetic. You are next, Guildmaster. Arm yourself and face me. Refuse, and all will know that you are no true Lancer. Say what you will, I am a provocation. Craven to the last man. Ah, but what have we here? I wonder... Well, wait, he's but a novice. That makes no odds to me. You yourself admitted him to your ranks, did you not? Very well. I shall withdraw for now. Yet know that only the fearless are fit to wear the mantle of Lancer. I look forward to measuring your worth in the days to come. I was ready to smack him upside the head. There is not more to see. Return to your drills. Wind up, you made no attempt to evade his thrust. Did your opponent so unnerve you as to deprive you of your senses? Well, it is of little consequence now. You need pay no further heed to our uninvited guest. As you wonder, it is not uncommon for challengers to come pounding on our door, seeking to test their mettle. For now, dedicate yourself to tempering the two aspects of courage. Composure to bring the sum of your strength and skill to bear against your foes. And the resolve to attack when fear would stay your hand, as befits a Lancer. When next we meet, I shall have another trial for you, one that will put your courage to the test. Till then, continue to apply yourself to your training. Farewell, Wind Up. And Headpiece was the final one that I needed. Alright. Let's head here, take that weathered spear out. Alright, now I have a full set, and I could present myself to Galfred for inspection. I have emerged from there a new Lalafell with actually pretty decently dyed gear. Let me see. That doesn't look bad, but I don't want the eye patch, to be honest. At least not on this class with this glamour. Ready for inspection, are we? Right then. Eyes forward, back, straight. Oh wait, I totally messed that up. Oh well. Yes, I think you passed muster. You would be surprised at how many young promising soldiers get themselves killed by rushing off into the woods without first donning a decent set of armor. Your equipment, however, should provide the required degree of protection. Consider yourself ready for duty, wind up. Awesome. And now, since I already have the bone harpoon, I get to choose the login bronze piece. Alright. Wind up. By your tireless efforts, you have proven yourself a friend to Gridania. I believe you can be trusted with sensitive intelligence. I would assign you a mission of considerable import, yet the need for secrecy prevents me from disclosing its details until you have pledged your participation. I'm authorized to tell you only that it concerns suspicious activity in the 12th Wood. Say that you will lend us your aid, and I shall proceed with the briefing. Alright, awesome. Good. Time is of the essence, so listen well. You will by now have heard that a suspicious individual has been seen prowling the Twelves Wood. And you may also be aware that Xali activity has risen sharply in the region of late. What you may not know is that this increase coincided almost exactly with the first recorded sighting of the aforementioned individual. Suspecting a connection, we tightened our surveillance in hopes of tracking down our unknown visitor. Alas, Corey is proving to be exceedingly elusive, almost as if he knows our movements ahead of time. But where whole units have failed, a lone adventurer may yet succeed. Acting independently and covertly, you may be able to close in on our quarry unnoticed. Fear and anxiety are beginning to take their toll upon the citizenry. Wind up, for their sake, I ask that you aid us in this investigation. Have my gratitude. With your help, I am hopeful we will shed light upon this mystery. Begin your search at Lifeman Stump. It is there that the majority of the sightings took place. Be forewarned, my people cannot offer you support, lest our quarry catch scent of our presence and evade us yet again. Proceed with caution. A very elusive quarry, indeed. Alright, let's see here. Since I'm already done with that, circlet is to be worn. Well, yeah, it increases the XP regardless, so I don't think the headpiece would be that much of a problem, honestly. Alright, now I know where I need to go. Alright, let's interact with the magic blade. You're about to enter an instant battle. Instant battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before entering the Call of Duty. Yeah, I've already done those, so I kinda have an idea. Alright, let us proceed then. And here we go. Maybe taking down the small fry first. I am severely outmatched and outclassed here. I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, so the frenzied bulbs, those I can take care of. I'll leave the frenzied folks to our short-tempered thaumaturge there. barely doing any damage to this thing. There we go. And any other cutscenes, I will be muting myself again for the voiced ones.
星の声を聞く者よ、我が名はハイデリン。星の秩序を保っていた断りは乱れ、世界は今闇で満ちようとしています。闇は全てを蝕み、全ての命を奪う存在。闇に屈せぬ光の意志を持つ者よ、どうか星を滅びより救うためにあなたの力を。光のクリスタルは闇を払う力。世界を巡り光のクリスタルを手に入れるのです。あなたの力。エーテルにでも酔ったかい？急に倒れ込んでびっくりしたよ。なんじゃこれ。
族の軍長クラスだ。こいつの仕業か。しかしこんなところにまで侵入してくるなんて、何者かが先導してるって情報は本当かもな。こちらパパリモ。
大丈夫？エーテル酔いはもう冷めた？
軍長クラスだ。そうだね。エスミアに協力を促しておくよ。いいだ。
なんだ？大きなクリスタル？何の話？
了解。更新終わり。グリダニアにいる角巫女のエスミアンにこのことを知らせてくれるかい？僕たちは一度報告に帰るよ。
わかったクポー。
それじゃあ僕たちはここまでだ。
そこの剣を引き抜いて連兵所の人に届ければ何かわかるかもしれないよ。じゃあね。あれ？もしかしてさっきの冒険者クポロコップのこと見えてた？
今さら？さあどうだかね。じきにわかるかもよ。いろいろとね。
いろいろか。私も気になってることがあるんだけどね。深いね、その言葉。
お前が浅いんだよ。
Alright, let's see here. Let's take out the magic blade. And off we go. Oh, there's a fate. I might take a slight detour to participate in it real quick. I completed it for the hunt log. I just need to dispatch of the rest. You finish up the fate. and this should be the last skill I need for the fate. Alright, awesome, I got second wind now. Now, if I need healing in a critical moment, I could do that. Wind up. It is good to see you back. One of our patrols that you had been spotted doing battle with enraged treants. I'm relieved to find you none the worse for you the experience. But tell me, what were you able to discover as life meant stuff? Eris magic blade. A sword in the stump? And a dead exile? I can say with absolute certainty that this blade is of Exali origin. It is of a kind used exclusively in the Beastmen's rituals. The Exali rarely set foot in the central shroud, so tight is our guard over the area. What purpose could have driven them to take such a risk? Fear something is afoot. What's that? A dubious couple sporting peculiar spectacles? Ha ha ha. So you have finally been acquainted with Ida and Papalimo. Lay your suspicions to rest. Gridania counts them among her staunchest allies. Both are scholars hailing from a distant land, and have been with us since before the calamity. Their garb may appear outlandish, and their exchange is baffling, but never once have they given us cause to doubt them. Indeed, they often assist the god Squiver and the Wood Whalers in their work, much as I hope you will in the days to come, Wind Up. Although our unknown visitor eludes us still, owing to your efforts we have acquired important intelligence on the Exali threat. You have my gratitude. We are fortunate indeed to have a capable adventurer such as you aiding us. I pray you will continue to serve the people of Gridania in whatever capacity you are able. Sweet. Alright, that's a level 7 quest. Wind Up. Injuries to several of my men have left me short-handed, and I require a capable sword to complete their unfinished duty. The task is simple. Put down as many of the local Chigoi population as necessary to acquire 3 of their egg sacs. Having done so, you are to deliver them to Monranguin at Gilbert's Spire. He will answer any queries you might have. Now, I have other business to attend to. Alright, let's go bug hunting then. Alright, now Gilbert's Spire is right above me. Sweet. Ah, you must be the adventurer standing in for our injured companions. Terribly unfortunate business, that. It seems, however, that you had little trouble gathering the execs in their said excellent work. Shall have them sent over to the Trappers League immediately. Lest you wonder, these execs are not destined for the dinner table. Members of the Twin Adder and the Wood Whalers are assisting the League by collecting the samples they need to check for signs of sickness. The Chigoi, you see, is one of the few creatures capable of transmitting the disease known as the Creeping Death, Until relatively recently, any hero who contracted this ghastly illness would almost invariably perish. Indeed, a single outbreak once claimed the lives of a third of the Huron population here in Gridania. That was a long time ago, of course. With medicines available to us now, the creeping death is not the killer it once was. Even so, it is best to halt any new outbreaks before they occur. Thus, we gather Chigo eggs on a regular basis in order to assist the Trappers League with their ongoing research. Your timely assistance is most appreciated. Alright, level up. And I will get a level 8. Let me try this on. Oh, I need to display gear. Oh, that's not bad, actually. Alright. Such an embarrassing turn of events. I sent a recruit from the Bannock on a surveying expedition only for the Craven to turn tail and flee at the sight of trouble. This is not how we treat requests from the Conjurers. And as if such a poor showing weren't bad enough, the Lily Libert's half-wit left behind the surveying equipment provided by Herr Pauline herself. While I attempt to instill some backbone into this so-called soldier, would you mind recovering the survey gear and returning it to Herr Pauline at Gabianu's Bower? According to my recruit's tale, well, there should be a set of survey records, a surveyor's rope, and 2 boxes of surveyor's instruments strewn about the interior of the cave to the south of here. It is a wonder the damn fool didn't lose his boots. Matron watch over you. What do you have to offer, sir? Oh. Let us compare. Not as good. Well, like I said, I will be mostly focusing on story. Once I hit a roadblock where I cannot, I will start doing some side quests on stream if I cannot do anything else. And off stream, I will try to take care of the majority of the side quests that appear. Only problem is that I am busy with something else, so I don't really have that much time. But once I have enough time, it should be no problem me doing the side quests off screen. Alright, awesome. Well, yeah, back through the cave, why not? It's more experience anyway. I believe Art Corey is inside of this building. Yep. Yes, may I assist you with some matter? Here's your stuff. Oh, but this is the equipment I left with the soldiers of the Bannock. Fled at first sign of danger, you say? I see. Well, all is not lost. It appears the recruit managed to complete the surveying assignment. The records are actually quite detailed. With the changes wrought by the calamity, I thought it wise to send the Order of the Twin Adder on a number of expeditions to map the region's topography. As fortune would have it, the officers saw these tasks as an excellent opportunity to train inexperienced soldiers. We can no longer rely on our past knowledge of the Twelvewood if we are to survive these troubled times. We must reacquaint ourselves with our surroundings that we may better discern the threats we face. Stay vigilant, adventurer. Alright, so the Empen Acton is what we will get. Oh, I am tempted to do this for the globes. Alright, there's that. Ah, a new spear. I hesitate to make such a dangerous request, but might you assist us in thinning the number of anoles on Naked Rock? In our efforts to commune with the elementals, we conjure often find ourselves in that area. Of late, however, our meditations have all too frequently been interrupted by unprovoked anole attacks. Truly, the beasts grow more aggressive by the day. Their numbers have continued to grow since the advent of the 7th Octal Era, you see, forcing packs of the skeleton to come down from the mountains in search of food. You could slay a handful of the beasts, that should lessen their need to hunt, and also serve as a warning to the anoles to remain within their territory. But I am afraid you must do more than thin the existing population. If we are to truly break this spiraling growth, then we must also target their future offspring. Bring me one of their eggs, and you will have played your part in returning balance to this area of the forest. Awesome. I am going to pick this up because it is one that will give me gloves. God damn you, mushroom-headed, spindly-legged spores, spewing abominations. Suck the life out of my precious trees, will you? Damn you to the 7. Oh, thank the matron. You look just like the sort to help me deal with this nightmare. My poor trees I have tended since they were scarcely saplings, I might add, have been infested with parasite fungars. If I let those pests have their way, my babies will be naught but deadwood before the week is out. Smear a little of this amber unguent on an infested tree, though the horrid creatures will drop clean off, allowing you to administer adventurer-style vengeance. Mwahahaha! Did you hear that, you malignant toadstools? Your end is nigh. You'll rue the day you... My apologies. The wrath was upon me. Fear not, I am now quite calm. So the fungars, bastards that they are, have attached themselves to 3 trees. Once you ground those treacherous mushrooms into a pulp beneath your righteous boots, come back and tell me exactly how it felt. That guy is concerning. Also, another reason was because it's right there. So I thought, why not actually do it? Quite simple enough to perform quickly, and it's not far away. Also, those toadstools, how am I gonna crush them under my boot when they're almost the same size as me? They're even bigger than me. Alright, now that that is done with, I could turn it in and head to the Naked Rock. Well, did you take care of my fungar infestation? Yes, at last I can enjoy a restful night's sleep. I must say, I'm glad to meet an adventurer of such talents. Just look at you in all your fungus-spattered glory. You have my thanks. Alright, there are the limits. What is it? Oh, the belt. I need the belt. I am sorry, but I am trained. I know there's stuff that needs to be done. Ah, see you wind up. After the thrashing you gave those infernal fungers, I do believe you might be the very person to solve another problem of mine. Microchews. These vile little beasts draw their sustenance directly from the soil. Ordinarily, the forest would be only too happy to provide. These days, there are just too bloody many of them. So many, in fact, that they're leaching every last nutrient from the ground. You think the soil was put here just for you and your microchew mates? Gah, I should go over there well, I'm not rightly sure what it is I should do, but someone should certainly do something, and soon before I apologize. The rage, you see, takes over, and there is naught I can do but fume and splutter. If you could see your way to exterminate 8 or so of those soil despoilers, you would have my eternal gratitude. Once you've taken care of the microchews, I'd be grateful if you would refer to Ealdefrith. You'll find him just outside. I hear that the degradation of the soil has been as much a source of consternation to him as it has to me, and I'm sure he'd appreciate knowing the problem's been solved. And lo and behold, a lot to kill. Alright, gloves. There we go. Huh. I have started some durability in some of my stuff. Did not realize it would take me this close to where my main scenario quest is. Alright, so here is what is gonna happen. I'm gonna turn this in, and when I do, I will most likely level up to level 10, which means the next Lancers Guild mission would pop up for me. So I will go do that before continuing on with the main scenario quest. You say you've slain a good number of those microchews? Well, that is a welcome piece of news. I was afraid old Gabbiano would take an axe in hand and try to hack apart these pests himself. Perhaps now his troubled mind might know some peace. Yeah, my thanks. And your belt, apparently. Alright. Now we have extra stats. Off to Lancers Guild we go. If I could find my way, that is. Got the gloves level 8, body level 8. Alright, there we go. Let's head to the Lancers Guild. Alright, so next is level 10 stuff. So, pants, boots, and headpiece. Headpiece is gonna stay, so I don't really need it at the moment. So, boots it will be. But that's gonna be a level 12 one. Oh well, it's not gonna be that much of a difference. Alright. Ah, wind up. I swear you have gained an ilm around the arm since we last spoke. It's plain you have not been idle. In our previous lesson, you learned the Lancer's definition of courage, and how you might go about tempering its two aspects. Today we shall find out if your efforts have borne fruit. So you have prepared for battle, that is well. Your next trial will place you in the midst of a throng of enemies. In such a situation, one may be attacked from any direction, making it difficult to respond appropriately. Furthermore, the likelihood of being surrounded is high. Will your result bear the weight of uncertainty? Will your composure hold when the odds are stacked against you? Shall soon find out. Should you overcome this trial, what courage you already possess will be further tempered. Now heed me well, for this is what you must do. I would have you travel to Naked Rock, where the gnolls claim dominion. At the summit of the rock is a sacred artifact, the Stone of Courage. You must claim it, and bring it back to me. If you are to reach your destination, you will need to negotiate a path through the whole packs of flesh-eating Scalekin. Make no mistake, the creatures are intimidating foes. To stride into the midst of so many would ask much of any Lancer's courage, but given time, and no small amount of perseverance, I am confident you will prove equal to the task. Awesome. Well, that actually kind of coincides with my main scenario quest, so I could do both of those at the same time. And somebody just attacked a forest fungar while I was running there. Alright, all the micro chews. Then after that, there's the personal appearance. Well, I could probably try and skip a couple. But once I start getting at a certain location, I can't really do much skipping. Alright, where's the egg? There's the egg. That's where I want to go because I want to get the egg. And there's a bait. Oh my. Let's drag you over here. I don't want to get too many of them, because that will just spell trouble for me. It will not be a wise decision to do so. Oh, I was done. Not worth hitting it right now. Of course you had to come and see me. Oh my, they're all starting to see me now. Let's hit it, why not? So there's where I need to go. Fine. See me. Come and attack me. That's what you want, isn't it? Yeah, at this point I'm just clearing the area for when I get the Stone of Courage. Need to be careful not to step into it by mistake, because that's just gonna summon more enemies. Alright. Not to wait a couple of seconds to heal up. help them out. Alright, looks like that person ran through the Hall of the Novice. Congratulations, you have obtained the false Stone of Courage. Aye, you heard me right. False. What does that say about your courage, I wonder? Ah, but where are my manners? My name is Folks. We had the pleasure of meeting at the Lancers Guild, if you recall. On that occasion, I turned my weapon upon you, and you betrayed not a hint of fear. It was in that instant that I sensed you were unlike the others, that you had promise. And so to the present. In its current state, the trial in which you are engaged, if trial it may be called, makes some mockery of the Lancer's art. Needless to say, this cannot be tolerated. And so, I have taken the liberty of moving the Stone of Courage to a more suitable location. It now resides in the depths of Spirit Hold, under the guard of Fell Fiends. A far more fitting challenge, as I'm sure you will agree. Whether or not you attempt to retrieve the stone is for you to decide. If you fear for your safety, I suggest you run back to the guild and bemoan the world's frightfulness to the many brave souls who cower there. Yuan will doubtless consider it a supremely courageous act. Yet know the Lancer may forge true courage only in the midst of great danger. And because of this jerk, I have to run all the way to Spirit Hold to get it. And I'm being followed. And no, I'm not dealing with that now. Let's see. Hall of the Novice is not yet unlocked for me. And I'll just get it over with and kill the Drifter Imp on the way. Otherwise, I'll just get overwhelmed. And it shall not be pretty. Yeah, Void Scent are basically a melee's class's bane. Because for some reason they hit harder than anything else out there. An achievement to crush your enemies. I think that's basically kill this many. Oh, lovely. A fade. Don't remember where it was exactly. I know it was in one of the rooms. I don't remember which room. I see it. I hope I don't aggro this guy. Right now I need to deliver the Courage of Stone to Wayne. So we're gonna hit return. We're gonna head to the Lancers Guild and report back to you, Wayne. Then we're gonna get them boots. So, you have returned. Tell me, were you able to obtain the Stone of Courage? Oh, yes, this is indeed the stone. Though it is in rather worse condition than when last I saw it. What happened at Naked Rock? The Lancer who but recently threatened you moved the stone to Spirit Hold? Not content with trespass and slander, the Brazen Pool now meddles with our training. 7 hells, this is not to be borne. Soon will wind up, though I do not doubt that you know better. My duty as Guildmaster compels me to state the obvious. Heed not that man's words. That a Lancer's courage can only be forged in the midst of great danger is vainglorious tripe. As you have already learned, a Lancer's courage is a product of composure and resolve. Be under no misapprehension, watchfully navigating the Anoli's territory serve to temper your courage in a manner that blindly braving the terrors of Spirithold did not. As you continue your training, pray keep the lesson of this trial close to your heart. Ah, before you return to your adventuring, there is one more thing I would tell you. In recognition of your unwavering efforts in the trials thus far, I hereby grant you leave to join other guilds. Naturally, you must seek the permission of the relevant guildmaster before commencing your training. Gridania is home to a great many guilds besides our own. If you consider combat your calling, the archers and conjurers have a strong presence in our nation. Should you crave a more peaceful pastime, you may alternatively consider joining the leatherworkers, carpenters, and botanists. While there is something to be said for broadening one's horizon, it is also important to maintain focus. Always bear this in mind. As your guild master, I would naturally prefer that you first master the Lancer's art. Rest assured that there will be time enough to take up another discipline when you have done so. Yet, whatever paths you choose to walk, I look forward to seeing you realize your obvious potential. Alright, now I have access to the armory system. Quests unlocked, the other classes can be undertaken. Alright, awesome. So now I could do something that I've wanted to do. Have gear sets. Well, have a gear set at least. First thing to do. Hotbar 10 needs to be scaled down. Once that is done, oh wait. Oh, we need to move it like such. There we go. Once that is done, I now see what recommended gear. Of course, the leather eye patches recommended, but I have no gear set. So I'm gonna create this, have it Lancer, put it here, so that I can move it to the top right there, and that is my first set. Now, these two I cannot wear just yet. I need to be level 12 for both. So, they will have to wait. And level 12 will also have to wait because I am out of time for today's stream. Alright, there we go. Intimidating presence. Alright, so if you have enjoyed the stream, you could follow me at the links below. below. You could watch previous streams on my at my YouTube. Links are in descriptions of both my Twitch and Twitter accounts, so you could go and find it there. My schedule is right here. Tomorrow, Saturday, I won't be playing Final Fantasy. Instead, I will be playing Stardew Valley, as tomorrow is Stardew Saturdays. It is basically something I used to do before starting the previous semester, but I had to cut short. So now that a friend has taken it up as well, I decided to copy my friend and bring back Stardew Saturdays. Yeah, so that is all for today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and till we meet